Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see more past paper questions based on sine graph. Let's get started. The curve y is equal to a plus b sine cx has an amplitude of 4 and a period of pi by 3. Given that the curve passes through the point pi by 12 to find the values of each of a, b and c. As you can see that they have given us the amplitude here. What is the amplitude here? Amplitude here is 4. From our curve a plus b sine cx, what is amplitude? Amplitude is b. That means the value for b is 4. Let's write down the answer here. So the value for b is 4. Here they have given us the period. Period is given as pi by 3. I need to calculate the value for c. The value for c will be given by 2 pi over period. What is our period? Our period is pi by 3. Let's substitute the value here. 2 pi by 3. This will be written as 2 pi multiplied by 3 by pi. Pi will got cancelled from pi and 3 times 2 is 6. That means the value for c is 6. They have given us that the curve passes through the point pi by 12, 2. The x coordinate is pi by 12 and the y coordinate is 2. Let's substitute this value in our curve. So our curve will become 2 is equal to a plus b sine c x. X is pi by 12. What is the value for a? You don't know. But we can substitute the value for b, which is 4 sine. The value for c is 6 multiplied by pi by 12. 6 got cancelled from 12 and it will be 2 here. So 2 is equal to a plus 4 sine pi by 2. What is the value for sine pi by 2? Sine pi by 2 is 1. Let's substitute the value here. 2 is equal to a plus 4 sine pi by 2 is 1. So 2 is equal to a plus 4. Move this 4 on left hand side. It will be written as a is equal to 2 minus 4. This gives you a is equal to minus 2. These are the values for a, b and c. Let's see the second part here. Using your values of a, b and c, sketch the graph of y is equal to a plus b sine cx from x 0 degree to pi radian. Let's substitute the values for a, b and c first. The value for a is minus 2 plus b is 4 sine c is 6x. As we can see that from here, minus 2 is our axis. That means our axis is at minus 2. Let's plot that value. This is minus 2, minus 4. This is 2, this is 4. Our axis is here at minus 2. I need to see the amplitude. My amplitude is how much? My amplitude is 4. That means it will go 4 units above the axis and 4 units below the axis. Let's mark the values first. 2 and 2, 4. That means it will touch 2. And if I go down, it will be 2 and 2, 4. That means it will touch at minus 6. I need to find out my period. One cycle of sine graph completes in 2 pi radian. So 2 pi radian divided by c value. What is the c value we have here? The c value is 6 here. So if I cancel it out, it will be 3 here. So my period is pi by 3. This is my period. That means my one cycle completes in pi by 3 radian. Let's mark pi by 3 first in our graph here. As you can see from here, this is from 0 to pi. I need to divide this into 3 equal parts first. My first value will come here. This value is pi by 3. This value will be 2 pi by 3. And this value is 3 pi by 3. Pi by 3, I have to divide it into 4 equal parts. Let's divide it into 4 equal parts. So pi by 3 divided by 4, which will be written as pi by 3 multiplied by 1 by 4, which is equals to pi by 12. I have to divide this part into 4 equal parts. Let's mark that first. This is half of that. This one is half of that. Let's divide in between them. This value is pi by 12. This value is pi by 6. This value is pi by 4. And this value is pi by 3. The middle value here is pi by 2. The middle value here is 5 pi by 6 here. I have divided from 0 to pi by 3 into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 equal parts. I need to plot my sine graph now. Let's plot it. It will start from the axis, so that means it will start from -2 here. Pi by 12, it will touch the amplitude. How much is the amplitude? Amplitude is 4. So it will be 2 and 2, 4. That means my point will come here. Then again it will touch the axis. So pi by 6, it will again touch the axis here. Pi by 4, it will go down. 4 units down. So from here, from -2, it will go to -6. So value will come here at -6. Then again it will touch the axis, which is at -2. My graph is like this. This is my one cycle. I need to plot it from 0 to pi. How many cycles will come inside that? There will be 3 cycles inside that. Let's plot it. It will start from the axis here. In between them, it will touch the amplitude, which is 4. So the point will come here. Pi by 2, it will again touch the axis. In between them, it will go to the amplitude, which is -6 here. 2 pi by 3, it will again touch the axis again. If I draw my second cycle goes like this. This is my second cycle. Let's plot the next cycle. It will start from the axis. In between, it will touch the amplitude here. 5 pi by 6, it will again touch the axis. In between them, it will go to the amplitude, and then at pi, it will again touch the axis. Now I'll write down the third cycle. So this is my third cycle. You can see from here that from 0 to pi, there are 3 cycles. 1, 2 and 3 cycles. That means in 2 pi radian, there will be 6 cycles, which is our answer here. The value for C is 6. That means there are 6 cycles inside the 2 pi radian. So our graph is correct. Let's see one more example here. The function f is defined for x 0 degree to 360 degree by fx is equal to a plus b sine cx, where a, b, c are constants with b greater than 0 and c greater than 0. The graph of y is equal to fx meets the y-axis at the point 0, -1, has a period of 120 degree and an amplitude of 5. Sketch the graph of y is equal to fx on the axis below. We can see from here, our curve is a plus b sine cx. This has the period 120 degree. To get the c value here, they give us the period 120 degree. That means within 120 degree, my one cycle completes. 120 degree, I have to divide it into 4 parts. Let's divide it. 120 degree divided by 4 is 30 degree. So this will be 30 here, then 60, then 90 and 120. I have divided 120 into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. We have an amplitude of 5. That means it will go 5 units above the axis and 5 units below the axis. But what is the axis right now? Do we have the value for A here? No, right? We need to find out the value for A. What is given to us? The point 0, -1 is given to us. 0 is the x value and -1 is the y value. Let's substitute the values here. We have fx is equal to y. The value for y is how much? Value for y is -1. Let's substitute the value. -1 is equal to a plus b. B is our amplitude. Amplitude is 5 here. So let's substitute 5 here. Sine c. Period is 120 degree. That means I need to calculate the value for c also. Let's write down c right now, and then x value is 0. 0 multiplied by c is 0. Sine 0 degree is how much? Sine 0 degree is 0 only. -1 is equal to a plus 5 bracket 0. This gives you a is equal to -1. That is the value for -1. That means my axis is at -1. 1. Let's plot the value here. So this is 0 and 6. This value is 2, this value is 4. This is -2 and this is -4 here. My axis is at -1. Let's plot the value here in between them. So my value is here, -1. Let's plot the axis here. My axis is at -1. How much is the amplitude? Amplitude is 5. It will go 5 units above the axis and 5 units below the axis. It will touch 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It will touch 4 and it will touch 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It will touch -6 and 4. We have the period of 120 degree. As you can see that I have divided 120 degree into 4 equal parts. Now we have to draw our sine cycle. It starts from the axis again. So it starts from -1. 30 degree, it will touch the amplitude. 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will touch to 4. 60 degree, it will again touch the axis again. Then 90 degree, it will go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. So it will touch at -6. 120 degree, it will again touch the axis again. Let's plot our sine graph here. This is our sine graph. We need to continue plotting this till 360 degree. If my one cycle completes in 120 degree, that means my second cycle will complete in 240 degree. 120 multiplied by 2 is 240. My next cycle will complete in 240 degrees. That means 120 and 240, I need to divide it into 4 equal parts. It has 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. Now I need to plot my cycle here. It starts from the axis -1. In between 120 and 180, it will touch the amplitude which is at 4 here. 180, it will touch the axis again. In between 180 and 240, it will touch the amplitude below, that is -6 here. 240, it will touch the axis again. Let's plot it. Our sine graph looks like that. 240 degree to 360 degree, again I have to divide it into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. Now I need to plot my cycle here. It will start from the axis which is at 240. In between 240 and 300, it will touch the amplitude which is 4 here. 300 degree, it will touch the axis again. In between 300 and 360 degree, it will go to the amplitude which is at -6. 360 degree, it will again touch the axis. Let's join it and make our sine graph. It will go like this. As you can see from here, we need to plot it from 0 to 360 degree. 0 to 360 degree, I have how many cycles do I have? 1, 2 and 3 cycles. That means my value for C is 3 here. If I calculate that, the period is given as 120 degree. I need to calculate the value for C. The value for C will be given by 360 degree over period. Our period is 120 degree. So if I cut it, the value for C is 3. This gives you that there are 3 cycles inside 360 degree. We have seen it from the graph. That means our values and the graph is correct. Write down the value of each of the constants A, B and C. What is the value for A? The value for A is -1. -1. The value for B is how much? The value for B is the amplitude which is 5 here. So the value for B is 5. The value for C is 3 here. Let's see one more example. I have to plot the graph here. On the diagram above, sketch the curve y is equal to 1 plus 3 sine 2x from 0 degree to 180 degree. I need to find out first my axis, my amplitude and my period. 1, the value for 1 is our axis. So if I compare it from y is equal to c plus a sine bx, the value for c is 1, the value for a is 3, the value for b will be given by 360 degree over period. We need to find out the period, so we need to switch the places here. So the period will be given by 360 degree over B. What is the value for B here? The value for B is 2 here. Let's put the value here. So it is 2. If I divide it, my answer is 180 degree. That means my one cycle completes in 180 degree. So 180 degree should be divided into 4 equal parts. 180 degree divided by 4, if I do it, I'll get 45 degree. As we can see from the graph, 180 degree has been divided into 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. 45 degree, 90 degree, 135 degree and 180 degree. I need to plot my graph. C is our axis which is at 1. Let's plot it. So our axis is at 1. Amplitude is 3. It will go 3 units above the axis and 3 units below the axis. If the axis is at 1, it will touch 1, 2 and 3. It will touch 4. And if I go down, it will be 1, 2, 3. It will touch to minus 2. My sine graph will start from the axis. 45 degree, it will touch the amplitude. What is the amplitude? 3. 1, 2, 3. It will touch to 4. Then it will touch the axis again at 90. 135 degree, it will go down. 3 units down. 1, 2, 3. So it will touch to minus 2. 180 degree, it will touch again the axis here. Let's plot our sine graph here. This is our sine graph for 1 plus 3 sine 2x. Let's see second part here. On the diagram above, sketch the curve y is equal to mod of 1 plus 3 sine 2x from 0 degree to 180 degree. I need to plot the modulus of my graph. If I need to plot the modulus of my graph, I should flip my graph whatever is below x-axis. Where is the axis here? X-axis is here. I need to flip this part. I need to see that this point is how many units below the x-axis. Our axis is here. It is 1 and 2 units below the x-axis. If I have to flip this point, I have to plot it 2 units above the x-axis. From the x-axis, I have to plot 1 and 2. I have to plot it here. Let's plot it here. So my point will come here. I need to flip my curve, so it will start from the axis here. I need to flip it and it will go and it will touch here. This graph, the black one, is our modulus of 1 plus 3 sine 2x graph. Let's see the next part here. Write down the number of solutions of the equation modulus of 1 plus 3 sine 2x mod closed is equal to 1. I need to see the intersection with y is equal to 1. This is my curve which is y. So if I substitute here y is equal to 1. I need to plot the line at y is equal to 1 and I have to see that how many intersections are there with my curve. Our axis is already drawn at 1. I need to see that how many intersections are there with my curve. It touches here 1, it touches here 2, it touches here 3, it touches here 4, it touches here 5. That means there are 5 number of solutions here. Let's mark it here. So it will be first, then it will be second, then this will be third, this will be fourth, and this will be our fifth solution. The number of solutions will be 5 here. Let's see one more example. This is the graph given to us. The figure shows the graph of y is equal to k plus m sine px from x is greater than 0 less than pi, where k, m and p are positive constants. Complete the following statements. The value for k, the value for m, the value for p. Let's see that the value for k first. K is our axis. Our graph starts from here at 2. So what is our axis here? Our axis is at 2, which means that the value for k is 2. Let's substitute the value here. The value for k is 2. I need to find out the amplitude here. What is amplitude here? Amplitude here is m. How many units it is going above the axis? Axis is at 2. it is going 1, 2, 3 units up. So the amplitude is 3. The value for m is 3. Let's substitute the value here. Now I need to calculate my value for p. The value for p will be given by 2 pi over period. What is period? My one cycle completes in which radian I need to calculate that. As you can see from here, the graph starts from 0 and this is my half cycle. This is the half cycle completes in pi radian. So if I complete my cycle, it will complete in 2 pi radian. We know that the period of the sine graph is 2 pi radian. If I complete my graph, given graph, it will complete in 2 pi radian. That means my value for p should be 1. Let's substitute the value here. So the value for p is 1. Let's see one more example. The function f is defined for x 0 degree to 2 pi radian by fx is equal to 3 plus 5 sine 2x. State the amplitude of f, the period of f, the maximum and the minimum values of f. Sketch the graph of y is equal to fx. Let's first find out the value for the amplitude. As we can see that here 5 is our amplitude here. Let's substitute the value here. My amplitude is 5 here. I need to calculate my period. What is period? Period will be given by 2 pi by b. So 2 pi by b will be given by the period. What is the value for b here? The value for b is 2 here. Let's substitute the value here. So 2 pi by 2. 2 got cancelled from here and it will be pi, which means that my one cycle completes in pi radian. Within 2 pi, there will be 2 cycles inside it. I need to calculate the maximum and the minimum values of f. As we have done earlier, the minimum and the maximum value will be given by c minus a is our minimum value and c plus a is our maximum value. What is the value for c here? The value for c is 3 here. So it will be 3 minus 5, which is a. What is a? A is our amplitude. What is amplitude here? Amplitude here is 5. 3 minus 5, which is at minus 2. 3 plus 5, which is at 8. So our minimum value is minus 2 and our maximum value is 8. I need to cross check this while plotting our graph here. Our c value, which is our axis, is at 3. Let's plot the line here. This is my axis here. My one period completes in pi radian. Pi radian has to be divided into 4 equal parts. Let's divide it. One part will be here, another part will be here. So this will be pi by 4 here. This will be pi by 2. Then it will be 3 pi by 4 and this will be pi. Let's divide pi and 2 pi also into 4 parts. One part here and one part here. The middle part will be given by 5 pi by 4. Then 3 pi by 2. Then 7 pi by 4 and then it will be 2 pi. The value for the amplitude is 5. That means it will go 5 units above the axis and 5 units below the axis. It will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will touch 8 and it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will go minus 2. Let's plot it. It will start from the axis. That means it will start from 3. Pi by 4, it will touch the amplitude. What is the amplitude here? It will go 5 units up, which is touching at 8. Pi by 2, it will touch again the axis. So it will come here. 3 pi by 4, it will go down 5 units. So it will touch minus 2 here. Then at pi, it will again touch the axis here. Let's plot our sine graph here. This is our one cycle. I need to plot it till 2 pi. From pi, it will again start from the axis here. 4, it will touch the amplitude, which will be at 8 here. So it will touch here at 8. 3 pi by 2, it will again touch the axis. So it will touch here. 7 pi by 4, it will go down 5 units from the axis. So it will go minus 2 here. 2 pi, it will again touch the axis again. So it will touch here. Let's join it. This is our sine graph. We can see that within 0 to 2 pi radian, we have 2 cycles. 1 and 2 cycles we have. So this will be our graph for 3 plus 5 sine 2x. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye-bye everyone.